HBIBWD.
Pretenders were weird, weren't they? Just these doofy looking guys and monsters that split down the side for shitty little robots that turned into crap all to hide in. Some of the designs were good though. Some of them were anyway. And that's where this guy comes from. Legacy Core Class Iguanus. Now, clearly I don't have the G1 toy to compare him to, but I'll just say that Lizard Lug A is the best, most definitive version of this design. And if you just shut up a minute, I better tell you why. Just look at the boy, all cast out of some juicy blackcurrant starburst purple plastic, begging to be chewed up by a younger sibling or swallowed whole by yourself, you degenerate. Delete your search history. That sculpting and deco though really captures and modernises that original 80s look. That gorgeous golden red armour, those little feet, and those piercing yellow eyes on that grinning reptilian mug. Sure enough to trigger a fight or flight in any conspiracy nut. Yes, there are a few missing paint opportunities on the tail and pauldrons, but don't quite bring it to 100% G1 accuracy. But if you were that bothered about paint application, you'd be working at B&Q instead of sat on your arse eating quavers in your underwear. He's dead poseable. Can get him into all sorts of poses from your favourite Fortnite and TikTok dances if that's your thing. Helped massively by a ball jointed head, full waist rotation and ball jointed feet with a great ankle tilt that just won't quit. All of which are about as common in the core class as me actually taking advantage of the unlimited salad bar at Pizza Hut. Unlike the Pretenders toy, and unlike me on a Friday night after a few Jack and Cokes, he doesn't have another fella inside of him. But he can transform, and he will, into this alright looking Cybertronian motorbike. Just fold the back flap over, do some twisting and plop his hands and feet onto those cranberry wheels, and look, the tail even becomes this little saddle or seat. According to my very well paid sources, this is similar to what the little robot guy turns into in the original toy, but look, I don't know much about bikes, and you might not think it's too vital on one, especially when some 16-year-old on a farty moped undertakes you in your Fiat Punto on your way to raid the Tesco juice section. But where's the handlebars? I suppose you could plug his gun claw thing into a port on top to sort of maybe suggest some handlebars, but that's not fooling anyone, mate, sorry. And the less said about this thing the better, honestly. I do suppose it works better than the red prostate massager that came packaged with Skywarp, and I guess they did need to come up with some sort of gimmick to help shift a few hot rods, so who am I to complain when idiots will surely buy into it anyway. All things considered though, that robot mode is really, really good. And for about 12 quid you can't really go wrong, especially compared to most of the other Transformers at this scale. He's king of core class mountain, and hopefully a good sign of the quality we might see going forward in Legacy. I know I'm looking forward to how a core class G1 Shockwave and Skullgrin might turn out if the leaks are to be believed. And they better be. All in all, great little figure. Definitely consider pick one up if you see him out and about. Minus points of course of the alt mode, but I'm sure the G1 purists are happy enough with that. Though I'm but a sweet young 90s hunk, so that means fuck all to me really. A solid 9 out of 11 from me.